What is up, party people? Jeremy, SnakesfortheMemories here, and I'm gonna give you a little update on, the Wilbanks, how I've liked it, why I have this, and what this is for. So if you want to find out what this is for, be sure to stick around. Okay, guys, so I've had this Wilbanks for about a year now. Love it. But there are some quirks and things that I'm going to talk about in this video. One being this guy. Look at this. You see this? This, if you don't know, is a heater element for the Wilbanks Incubator. I've had some temperature issues with it. Like sometimes like when it's, I'm not saying cold in the snake room, but like colder than like 80 degrees in here. This has kind of trouble keeping it at where I have it set. It's always been like a few degrees off, like a few more than I'd liked. Like not like when I first got it, how it was like within like a degree or two all the time. Now it's like it's within like 5 degrees. So I called them up and they're like, yeah, it's probably this. I'm gonna send you out one and should fix it. So we're gonna get into that. And so I'm gonna show you guys taking apart, replacing this, and giving you honestly my 100% honest opinion of the Mike Wilbanks Incubator. Should you get one? Should you not? Just, stick around to the end of the video and I'll let you know. So, as you see, I already got some shelves out of here. And I want to get this done because I only have 2. This one did not make it, guys. This was that mystery clutch. I said, hey, I'm going to incubate it and try. It did not do well. It browned. It died immediately. Well, not immediately. It took a couple weeks. But, yeah, that one did not. So I still have clutch 1 and clutch 2 in here. This one actually is going to be done. Look at those. Pretty soon. I got a couple weeks left on that. So I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible. I'm going to record this whole thing, show you kind of how easy this theoretically is. Okay. So for you, those that have the Mike Wilbanks Incubator, I don't know if you guys know this, but to get these shelves to come out, because they're all removable, it's pretty easy. You push down on the left side, and then you pull up on the right side. At least I think it is. I could be wrong. Oh, come on. Now I'm just lying to you guys. Oh, I lied to you guys. You pull up on the left, this side, and you push down on the right. So we'll do that again, because obviously I take out more shelves. I took out most of them because I wanted to keep the eggs in here as long as possible at the right temperature. So again, you press up on the left side, press down, get my finger in there, on the right, and then they just slide right out. So this is what so you see there we go. Let me turn it like this. I hope you guys can see that. So you see that there's a little plastic release mechanism with an arch. So the arch, you want to flatten it out. So you're going to push down on one side, then on the opposite side, it's, opposite. So one side it's up in the air. The other side, it's on the bottom. So that's why you're just gonna, then Giving you as much information as I possibly can, guys. So now next step is, so I'm leaving it on. Why are you leaving it on, Jeremy? Well, I gotta know which heater coil is bad because there's 2 in here. Next, gonna grab my handy dandy Milwaukee. And there are, what do we got in here? 15 screws, I think? Yeah, looks like about 15 screws. Little Phillips heads. Not going mondo torque on them at all, just, Not trying to break anything here. Not worrying about the fan screws or anything like that because my fans work. Okay, guys. All 15 screws are out. Simple push. Now, going to slowly and carefully turn this side panel. Top one is very warm. The bottom one is warm-ish. Like, I do not want to hold the top one too long because I feel like it could burn me. The bottom one, I could probably put my hand there all day. It doesn't feel too, it's warm, just not warm enough. So that is my issue that I'm having. You know, it's just not getting hot enough. The two elements, it's a larger incubator. So if only one heating element's working, it's not gonna be able to come up to temperature properly. So now that I have this done, I found out that it is the bottom one by putting my hand on it, and it's, yeah. Whew. Let me see here. Let's get scientific, guys. Handy dandy. So top one, sitting at 90, 105, about 105. Bottom one, 90. There's a 15-degree difference in those heating elements. So that's kind of what the issue is. So I'm going to hold this off. Just turned off the incubator. Put that right over there. You guys want to see what inside of a Mike Wilbanks incubator looks like? Oh, I'm the guy to show you. Here we go. Maybe this. Fingers crossed I don't break anything else. Now I'll show you guys the inside. So, let's see. Can you guys see that? Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, that is the incubator, guys. So I'm assuming, don't know much about it, but like the inner workings, obviously, I know a little bit about the incubator. That's the upper heater element. That is the lower heater element. That is the one that we're going to be replacing. And then this is the refrigeration system. So you know how it can cool or heat. So that is going to be that part. And then we got two fans. We got one of those 120s up top, and I think those are 120 mil fans up top. I'm gonna go with, has two 120 mil fans. If you guys actually know the right spec and I'm wrong, let me know. And then we have a little, was that like an 80 mil fan down on the bottom? 80, 70, somewhere around there. But yeah, so this is the incubator, guys. So yeah, this is the incubator. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop off that heater element on the bottom. Which it looks like all I have to do is loosen up one side. Completely take out the other side. There you go. Fell out just like so. Oh, there's a nice... So here's the... I hope you guys can see that. This is the drip pan. So right here, obviously, to cool, that's gonna form condensation on it. You know what I mean, guys? A couple more screws. There is a plastic cover on the lower. Right? Yeah. So down on the bottom, we have this little plastic cover held in with just two screws. Again, take that off to get to your connector. So what I did down there was, so if you see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you got 4 slots, screws go in. I actually did not take these ones completely out on this side. I just loosened those up enough to slide it out. And then I took these off completely because then you can just slide it out one way. And then when I go to put this back in, I can put it in right underneath those. And it kind of holds it for you. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So now I'm going to go down here. So yeah, this is where that little plastic cover was at. These are the screws I just lightly took out. Here is the bad heater element. Oh, here's the bad heater element. Now we're gonna unclip here. Hold on, I need 2 hands for this, guys. There we go. So that is the bad heater. And it went in just like this. And we're gonna move that out to the side so we do not mix them up, because I don't want to do this job again. Even though it's not too bad, just still. I don't like taking apart things that are like brand new, guys. You know what I mean? Like I just don't. You know, it's new for a reason. So now that's the clip. It's gonna connect to that clip. So again, just gonna slide the clip in, make sure the tab locked, give it a nice, little pull test. It's not coming off of there. Gonna get all these wires. Before I even do that, I'm gonna get this hooked back up. You see how I was able to just, so see how I just put it into there, and then I can, get my screwdriver and put it in. You guys have worked on other things in the past, but all these screws are the exact same size. It's a godsend, right? If you take apart things before, when they're mismatched screws, it sucks. Got to make sure this one screw goes. Nope, all these are the exact same size. And again, I'm not torquing these down by any means. I am just putting them in just to hold it. Again, this is just, metal screws into a plastic backing. You don't need to torque it down. I'll just strip it out. So just nice, soft. I definitely would recommend, if you guys do this, if you've never really worked on anything before, hand tools. By no means do you need a impact driver or anything like that to do this. I'm doing it because it's quicker. And I've worked with tools my whole life. So I know not to strip out plastic, because I've done that before. So there we go. Tuck all those wires back into its box. Grab the... So I got those wires tucked back into the box. And that's where the plastic cover goes. It's going to go right over top of that. And honestly, I'm just assuming that the only reason that is here is just to, hide the ugliness that is a spaghetti mess of wiring. So look at that. So now, as I said, we got that put back in there. New heater element is in. Again, these are the fans. And these are the upper fans. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click it on. And now I'm going to check to see if these are going to heat up exactly the same. So let's see, try to find the hottest spot. Look at that, it's already going up. Got to 98. And for those of you that don't know, these are just, I have this other one down here that's broken. So these are just, what am I doing on the iPhone? Just fins, okay guys? So it's pretty simple of how it works. Those fins disperse the heat created by, between here and here. The solid metal, that's where the heat's getting created, and those fins disperse the heat, so that allows the air to go through, and it heats the air that way. Oh, that's too much information, you know, too technical. Jeremy, stop with all the technical stuff. But just showing you how that works and why if you have one bad, you're only heating up half the amount of air because the other one's not working. So now I'm going to check this again. Let's see here. We are at, we're just at like 103. And I was, let's see what we got here. 106. 106.7, 103.6, 104, 105. Yeah, they are both working now. Let's see if I can, come on, pick it up. That's right there. Look at that. We got 105. You saw it jump up. I don't have the steadiest hands. Not the hands of a surgeon, guys. Just thought you ought to know. 123, 137. Maybe my top one's bad too. 138. Okay. This one's getting there low. 112, 113. Still. That is way better than the 90 degrees that it was getting on the bottom. I will be sure to let them know, like, hey, when I was putting it together, my top one, as you guys saw, only got to like 113. But it might be, again, it might be heating up. I got about 113, about the high end on that one. I got 140. But yeah. So now I'm going to shut this back off because now I know that that bottom one is working. Okay, now we are going to put this back cover back on. Back cover back on. Now, back cover's back on. Turn it back on. Set this back down to what I like at 91. So yeah, there we go, guys. Now I'm going to, before I continue talking about what my thoughts are on this incubator, I'm going to get everything put back in. So, assembly is like the reverse order. Easy breezy. And I'm actually not going to put all these shelves back in because if you leave out shelves, you can fit more clutches in. I want to say it's what, 3 shelves in, and you can fit like 32 clutches in here. Could be wrong. It's been a while since I looked at the actual specs of this unit because I've just been using it for so long. So there we go. Go put clutch 1 back in. Close that up. Clutch 2, get that back in there. Close the door. Now we're going to let it heat back up, guys. Oh. And I wanted to get this fixed now because I only have 2 clutches right now. So I'd rather have it fixed now than when I have a crap ton of clutches. You know what I mean? Like, oh, now I have to take it apart and let all those eggs, like, for that time, what? How long have we been doing this? What, 20 minutes or so? I have no idea. I think about 20 minutes. 20 minutes to change out a heater. Eggs, the egg boxes shouldn't have lost any like significant amount of temperature loss. I'm completely fine with how long they sat out. But yeah, that is replacing the heater element. So my thoughts, final thoughts, impressions. Let's see. My thoughts on the Wilbanks incubator. Well, I just had to replace a part in it. That sucked. But honestly, like, I love it. I love having it. It made our trip from Florida to Indiana when we had those eggs, the eggs that survived the move. It's an amazing incubator. It really is. It's not just an incubator though. It cools too. You know what I mean? Like, I personally, I don't have hog noses or snakes that I need to brumate, and let them chill. But it does have that feature. It's nice. It has a cooling feature. So, like down in Florida, cool, I had this out, like I have it right now. I have it out in my garage. But in Florida, if I didn't have a mini split or anything, it gets hot down there. So this being able to keep temperature, if it's too hot outside or if it's too cold, is a amazing, amazing feature. The build quality is phenomenal. There is some bad. I'll say there's some bad. Mine, I have one like the early models, okay? So I don't have wheels on mine. And that honestly sucks. Not being able to like roll this one around. This one, and the big one has wheels. And now this one, they told me that it does come with wheels. Now they redid the base and it has casters. That sucks. I'll say that right now. I'd say that's the worst part about this incubator. Mine currently does not have wheels. But other than that, like, how often do you plan on moving your incubator? I got it, like, trust me, like, I wish I had wheels. I wish I could roll this thing when I'm cleaning up the floor, be able to get behind it, clean it out. The ones smaller than this, all the other ones are pretty, I'm not saying they're light, but they're a lot lighter than this one. So it's a lot easier to move than this one. So, again, the features that it has, and honestly, I had an issue with it. It's been over a year. I don't even know if what warranties these things have, but I messaged them. Mike called me a couple hours later after I messaged and talked to me about it. Like, hey, have you calibrated it? This, and this. Yeah. And he's like, okay, it's this. I'm going to send one out to you. Didn't bat an eye at it. Didn't say, hey, that's going to be this much. No. He made it right. He sent me out a part. It went out, I want to say on Thursday. I got it today on Monday. And slapped it in. Like, I am happy about that. When it comes down to customer service and everything, that is a top priority to me. And somebody that stands behind something that they make is always going to do well in my book. But again, this is well made. Do you need this? I don't know. I don't know if you need it. But I like it. I'm happy I went with it. And I'm excited to say, hey, when I have more clutches or when I outgrow this incubator, I'm going to get another one. I'll get another Wilbanks. The build quality, the sturdiness of this, I just love it. You get what you pay for, in my opinion. Again, do you need something that's fancy? I don't know. I don't know what you need, but I'm saying yes, I need something like this. I want something that I can, show off and am proud to say, hey, yeah, man, I'm using this as my incubator and it works so well. Again, I've used it for a year. And the hiccup, cool, it happens. Heat panels go out, you replace those, get cracked, wear and tear happens. And they stood behind it and got it done and fixed and sent me the part that I needed. Super excited about that. And again, overall, I'm happy with it. I really am. The convertibility it has on it, taking out shelves, being able to fit what I need, that is awesome to me. And I don't know, I can't tell you guys what you need, but all I can say is I stand by this, and I am extremely happy I went with a Mike Wilbanks as my incubator, and I would continue to buy Mike Wilbanks incubators forever. When people do like that customer service for me, like It just sounds like normal customer service, but in this day and age, there's no such thing as normal customer service. You know, I don't know, you've been to the stores, they're grumpy. But like, I had that issue with my ARS racks. You know what they did? Bend over backwards for me and fix the situation. I'm an ARS customer for life. Mike Wilbanks, it's been a year. Called him with a problem. Well, I messaged them. He called me. He called me. And he was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Here's your part. Not like that's just a phenomenal thing to have in this industry. People that stand behind. There's a turkey outside. Turkey. Just walking across my front yard. Cool. Sorry. But yeah, people that can, when people stand behind their things, I stand behind them. That's just my thing. That's how I feel about everything. So like I said, I stand behind this. I'm happy with the purchase. Definitely glad I went with this size, just for my collection and everything. Again, they have smaller ones. You don't need to buy this one or the big Mamma Jamma one. They have smaller ones. They have cheaper ones. They have probably a better option for you. But do I recommend it? 100%. I love it. Locking. This door locks. I have a key. I can lock this door, which locks in all the settings so my kids don't come in here and start pressing buttons, because you know what kids do, guys. But yeah, it's great. The build quality, again, it's solid. Like, so to wrap it up, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly. We'll start with the ugly first. The ugly is I had to fix it. That sucks. The bad, mine isn't on casters. The good, I would 100% buy another one. I'd continue to buy Wilbanks incubators, and I would use them for the rest of my career and my hobby, you know, forever. I will use Wilbanks incubators until they stop making them, because I am just happy with what I got. But yeah. Oh, what do you guys think? And what do you guys use as your incubator? Do you guys have a Wilbanks? You guys thinking about getting one? Again, I do have other videos on here about me calibrating it, setting it to the right temperature, how to do that. It's a simple thing to do. But yeah, I have all that stuff, and yeah, I'm good with it. Now that it's fixed, I can start throwing more eggs in, because guess what? I got more eggs, guys, and I wanted to fix this before I pulled those eggs. So if you guys want to see me pulling more clutch eggs, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Come back next week to see more clutch pullings, because we have plenty more. And I'm not even joking. I have eggs right here. I have to pull them. That's why I wanted to get that fixed. But this video is already getting long enough, so you're going to have to come back to see what eggs I'm getting out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.